How's it, guys?
Hello, hello. Rudo and Lee getting the bars in. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
How's it, everybody? Welcome to CryptoEMC. This is another live daily stream coming at you where we look at multiple coins, multiple entries. We do a little bit of mindset as well. We're going to help you guys manage some risk. We've been looking and hoping for a buy like this and an opportunity like this. And Bitcoin has been kind to us. Fundamentally, there's a lot of FUD in the market. As for our beautiful tile, guys, sometimes the market needs an excuse, and today it feels like the excuse is worthy of the actions. So with me is my buddy Lee. Lee, how are you doing, my friend?
I'm good. I'm excellent. Black Friday, ready to go for some shopping. But before that, I want to take some money from the market first to have something to spend.
Okay.
And yeah, perfect Friday.
Well, awesome, guys. So stay tuned. We've got a lot of things that we want to share with you guys today. Just a reminder, we're going to be touching on Bitcoin. We're going to be looking at some of the entries we had. And there's a couple of new coins that I think, or a couple of new entries that we want to share with you guys. So please do not jump off the stream. It's going to be valuable, especially going into the weekend. The weekend's crazy. And then, yeah, lastly, guys, if a chart misbehaves, Lee's going to give us a little bit of update. Misbehaving charts, we slap a fib on it.
Yes. No bullshit.
Right, guys. So let's get cracking. Lee, so we're looking at a little bit of Bitcoin in the beginning. We tend to like to do that, but maybe we should leave Bitcoin for a little bit later and take that away. And let's talk about something else. What else is important that we have to keep an eye on, especially if you want to be traders or investors? What other charts do you have in mind?
On a day like this, we like to look at the DXY, USOIL, crude oil, US 10-year yields, crude oil, and S&P 500 to see what are those big boys are planning for us, what are they doing. And I still do believe that cryptocurrency does follow, the move of the US markets. So we can look at this first, no?
Thanks, buddy. Yeah. So guys, remember, when we look at these things, it's going to be hypothetical. It's going to be scenario running through. So this is normally how we brainstorm things. We have not prepared anything advanced. So we've opened the charts, and I think what we're going to do is we're going to just kind of challenge each other and look at the possibilities. It's through that we end up normally getting an angle that somebody else maybe have overlooked. So Lee, are you going to go first, or am I going to go first? Should we ching chong chop?
I don't know. Up to you.
Go on, buddy. Work with me. I don't know.
You serve.
Right, guys.
I'm putting the ping pong song for you. You serve.
Okay, give me the ping pong song. Let's bring up a chart here. Right, guys. Everybody can see my screen. DXY, guys. I think it's slowly becoming common knowledge. When we started sharing the DXY on a more open social platform, what we first shared with everybody is exactly that when Bitcoin starts going on a run, and you can see it there's the run leading to the 2017 all-time high. What do we have? We've got a DXY that's trending down. Why? Because dollar needs to flee the US stock market and go find a safer home somewhere else. And when we looked at the March craze that we had as well, that initiated the run from Bitcoin from just under $4,000 to where we went up to 60. We actually went up now, almost touching 70,000. We did this, and for some reason, the trend just did not behave in a similar way. The market was going up, everything was going up, and the dollar was going up, which still leaves us, uncertain about why and how this can be. The mechanics is definitely decoupling in a way. Let's take a quick step back, guys, and look at this on a monthly scale. And this should be something that I want you guys to take home next time when you think about running to the dollar and the implications. You might be down on dollar today, guys, if you didn't take profit. But at the end of the day, if you look at this, the bigger picture, this is the DXY. If I give you this chart with the knowledge that we've been sharing with you guys now, is it unfair to say that that's a possibility? Are we setting up for a super cycle, Lee? What do you think, buddy?
Yeah, I think we also retrace to 618 about this kind of area. So we should have some of a lot of resistances playing on the against the USD. So
you have a chart ready for that?
No, but you can slap a fib on that chart, please.
Okay, right. Let's hit the top. So I'm going to snack the top there. Doom, and there we go. We're on our way to the 6 month.
50, so 50%, a little bit. So yeah, I mean the next supply box, it should be a lot of resistance there.
And that's kind of why I looked at that. And if you flip to lower areas, everybody on the stream, everybody that knows what is imbalance now, give me a 999 in the chat. And let's see if you guys who knows now what is an imbalance. So what we have right here, we've got a little bit of an imbalance. We've got price sitting in an area, and it's walking towards this magnet there. Price got away from the DXY. So why do you think the price is going up while Bitcoin's going up? I'm going to leave you with a question. Don't you think that they might be manipulating it to get a better deal to exit? I mean, if we were to short this, Lee, like you said, 618, we're getting ready to go there. So there's an imbalance. There's a magnet drawing price there for the market maker to try and get it there and then turn on us. So I see there's 1999. Come on, guys. There needs to be more 999s by now. We all know what's the imbalance. If not, please go to the previous stream. I think it's about 2-3 days ago. We'll put the link in the description. Please, Joe, do that for us. And help the rest of the guys figure out what is an imbalance and why it's so significant. Lee, DXY, so nothing more to say that at this stage, it's on its way. Now, with that being said, the stock market, I think, is the big culprit that everybody is blaming on. Now, before I hand over the stock market to Lee, guys, one thing that I always like to do is I like to compare the US 30 to the S&P 500. Now, why do I do that? You can see I've got two charts there, and the crosshairs on both of them are unlinked with each other. So I'm looking at that scenario over there, and I'm looking at this scenario over here. So at the moment, what we have is we've got harmony playing out in the 30 to the 500 index, but the correction is where the divergence is. Lee said something to me when we locked down. He said S&P is bullish. Oh, why is it bullish? Let's have a look. When we look at this, we've got a low, we've got a low coming down, but from this pivot over here, where we kind of ran out of exhaustion on the 30, we've made a lower low, but from that pivot, made a higher high. So there's the divergence. There's a divergence between these indexes. Now, normally when we have these divergences, there's the historical ones. We can zoom out there. There's always a reaction. So which direction the reaction is going to be? I've still got my reservances on that because we're losing momentum here, guys. That's clear to see. We are not jumping and leaving zones anymore. And on the S&P 500, there's still a lot of bullish sentiment, but the US 30 is showing me that we're losing momentum. So I'm going to ask Lee to quickly just dive into why he's looking at this small range here to the right-hand side and why he's additionally bullish on that. Lee, so over to you, buddy.
Thank you. So S&P 500.
Just zoom in for us there if you can, buddy, please.
Okay, so I've showed that level quite a few times already now. If I take a fib, slap a fib on it from this high, the previous high, to this low, we stopped again at 123. So 2 days ago, it was at that level. So that gives me the clue that this is maybe an A, and B, and C. And if I'm taking this as A, B, C as a correction on Elliott wave, we can clearly see here is what first wave, small one, 1, 2, and then 3. We're doing 4, or we finished the 4 already here. And now we should go up and we should go for the 5th wave. So that is 123 level here on the fib level that tells me that, okay, the reaction, as I put the right box right here from 123 to 1618, this box was a reaction zone, was a resistance area. So as soon as we hit that 123, we had the red candle here on S&P 500. And if I have to take another trend-based extension, we can see that we already did retrace to 100% of that move here within that week. Perfect to the dollar almost, to the pixel. So if that correction is done now, we can move from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can have another fifth wave to the upper side. And I've got already alarms set up here at 4008 and 4009, this area. So for me, this is bullish. Plus, if you look at RSI, I'm gonna try to make it bigger. If you look at this RSI here, we have a hidden bullish divergence from this pivot here to this pivot here. The RSI has made a slightly lower low. And from this price here to this price here, we did make a higher low. So hidden bullish divergence is gonna bring at least 3 waves to the upper side. And then if you can beat this previous high, I think the next target will be easily 4008. So S&P 500 for me, bullish chart.
Lee, so just slow it down quickly and draw with a yellow pencil or something, with a wave count as you think that it can play out from what you've got marked up there. I want to share a theory with you guys. So when we looked at divergences between coins, so if you can just quickly mark that in there, because I think this is exciting. So you're looking at the end of the fourth wave with a final push to the upside.
Yeah.
I'm going to hijack the screen from there, and I'm going to take you over to the S&P and the US 30. Now think about this, guys. Look how far the US 30 is extended to the S&P 500. So now Lee's got a scenario where we make a higher high, and then that happens there. There's our bearish divergence between the two indexes. And that signals maybe a larger term correction. Think about Bitcoin. I want you to think of Bitcoin. And we go to the daily and we look at the scenario here. Once we lose momentum, we're going to have another ditch at it. And once that momentum shows us that there's no more strength, we are in a correction in this area. So the US stock market honeymoon is getting to a close. So when that is happening, guys, there's going to be a longer correction coming in, maybe over December, something maybe similar to this. And maybe, just maybe, that money might find a home towards a more decentralized market, the crypto market. So yeah, take that and just.
And I think they are preparing they're already preparing the field with the new variant of the COVID from South Africa. I mean, we are here in South Africa. We live in South Africa. Like, what COVID? Everything's like normal so far. So maybe that's the next excuse for the market to dump in December or sometime in the future.
And the DD, I think the DD has also been put under pressure to leave the markets. I mean, guys, so there's a lot of these news. So how can that impact the fact that your Matic dumped? And that's normally the part with why we say that the crypto emotions play a role in the market. How is it that something goes wrong on the other side of the planet and your coin dumps? That's why we know that we have to look at this from an emotional point of view. Everybody's negative when this happens, no matter how hard and how well we prepare you guys. So who wants a little bit of cheer up? Lee, pop that tunes for us. Let's quickly get a little mood here. Don't leave me hanging, buddy. I don't want to bounce a little bit. Right.
I'm choosing your song for now. Okay.
We don't want to rub salt in everybody's wounds. This is a painful thing when the market.
At least for once, it's not going to be China.
Yes, it's not China's fault this time. Now, say you're in a drawdown and you're a little flustered and things feel bad. Think about it this way, guys, that everything that goes down will go up eventually. If you're not leveraged and you're not leveraged to an extent that you're going to get liquidated. At the end of the day, you're experiencing unrealized losses. It's only going to be a real loss when you sell. Now, that's how hodlers get created. So what we need to do is we just need to remind ourselves to do proper risk management. Lee, there's our beautiful risk management tile. Think about this, guys, to the right-hand side. If the reward is 6% and the risk is 3%, you've got a 1-to-2 risk ratio. Don't go and change this. And I just want to bring your attention. We'll throw this in on the Discord, guys. Please go to the Discord and go and have a look there. But I want to read the bottom end here. And this is a quote that I hijacked from Lee without him knowing it. Everyone is different. Once you have a trading plan and a risk management that suits your personality, you will be relaxed, able to keep your calm and have fun trading, guys. Now, please, I want to ask you guys, who wants to have fun trading with us? And Lee, in that note, bring up those tunes. Let's start looking at some coins. I'm going to flip to the comment section.
You want to take some Q&A first?
Yes, why not? Why not do a little bit Q&A? Get some tunes in there for us, buddy. And while we do that, I'll start scanning for some questions in the chat. This is something for you. Max Payne is 57K for futures expiration. Should we rise to that over the next 10 to 12 hours?
I believe so. So that's why before the show, I was busy taking a small long on Bitcoin and see if you can reach that target. I believe that we will have, and it was expected, we will have a lot of action today actually on BTC. So yes, I'm hoping for this 57, 58. And for me, this 54,000, like I said 2-3 days ago, should be the bottom on a short term.
Great, guys. So here's a little bit something. Lee suggested CR coin early on. It's in green today. Lee, okay. Are you the maker of such magic?
No, it was just part of my risk management. It was just part of the plan. We had a very nice trade on Zcash, which I hope that everyone has. If you have taken that trade, also took some profits. It's all, plan your trade your plan, and let the price action do his job. So CR is making, but CR I've got much higher target, and it's for much longer trade as well. So those 10%, 20% move in between, I'm just gonna leave it. Not gonna take them.
Right. So I'm going through the comments here. A lot of DXY comments. How do you draw those parallel trend lines? So let me quickly show you those parallel trend lines on a coin, and then let's maybe take that to TLM. You've got a TLM there ready as well, am I right?
Yeah.
I think that's the coin we want to be looking at. So I'm going to show you this one on another coin that we really nailed the entry. So I'm going to bring up my stream there, and I want to take you over to this one over here. There we go. And this is how the market reacts, and this is why the market is so sensitive, why the market is so fun to be in, because the manipulation is still chartable. That's the beauty. So we looked at this area over here, guys, remember, and we helped you guys get that entry in on Elron. And as it moved at around this range over here, there were that question markers around about, so take some profit. Why? Because you never know what's going to happen next. What's that? Life's like a box of chocolates. You never know what's going to happen, what you're going to get. That's the same with trading, guys. You never know what you're going to get. Okay, so when we look at this risk management and the gains that we had, at some stage we went up to this level here. This was one of your targets, and we were explaining you guys how these parallel lines really help you to nail these zones. And from that point onwards, we are back at the 618 golden zone retracement. So for everybody that were patient and didn't FOMO in, this is a key pivotal area. Now we first need to see where Bitcoin runs and how Bitcoin goes about. It's business over the weekend. But remember, if Bitcoin stabilizes, that could be a beautiful area to take some momentum. So Lee, over to your chart. Let's quickly have a look at TLM and how we can use that now and that knowledge to get ourselves either a nice entry, because I think sell days like today?
I don't know
is,
if
really
it
like
was for an entry or for take profits. And I deep believe that if I have done this job, the chart should be on Twitter or somewhere already. Basically, what I did is from
or
the
in the
top,
Discord, isn't it?
probably Discord or Twitter, one of the two. From the top to the bottom, if you slap on a fib on it, we went to
Thanks.
0.618 retrace. So that's one level to remember, 0.618 from this top here to the bottom. Okay, so we have one line here at 618. Now, if I take, so let's delete this one first. And
Can you take that indicator of yours? Are you going to use that lines? That DNA of yours?
Okay. So
thanks, buddy.
The next trick or tool that I use also to find targets is the most recent high to the most recent low, and I'm using that fib with those extension. Okay, 1618 to 2618. Those are very important level to take profit. So 1618 comes at 58.19. We just went a little bit below this 1618. Another place to take profit, and when we hit this area, price dropped another 10 or 20% drop here. And I built also myself another tool. So that's why when I come to this, I've got one area of confluence from the 618 previously seen. I've got another area of confluences at that price. And now I'm targeting those yellow lines that I've built with the tool myself. And this guy gave me 5772. And that was about the target at 57, just a little bit below. So when I place this price, it's just a pixel, higher or lower. So really difficult to have this exact price, but yeah, only depend on one pixel higher or lower, and that price can change a little bit. So excuse me if I miss the target by 70. I don't even know how we say that in English.
No, you missed it by a pixel. Let's leave it at that. I like that new thing. Liam misses his entries by pixels. But you still missed it, buddy, so that's a problem. Remember, there's always a zone. It's a zone.
I'll give you the point. I'll give you the point. Don't worry.
Can I get the point? Guys, I'm getting the point today. So, Lee, zoom into those last 5 candles. Let's just make it a little bigger. And while we do that, guys, remember that we put all this information and we take it to our Discord. Now, the Discord has got an early supporter role, guys, and the links will be in the description below, as well as on our Twitter pages as well. So don't get scammed, please. Don't get caught using getting onto a fake Discord or a duplicate one that's not ours and get scammed by being sold coins or projects. We don't do that. So just be safe, guys, while you navigate this internet. Lee, you've got a nice zoom in there. So explain to me and show me just nice and clear, where should I put my attention and where should I focus to buy?
On that screen on daily time frame, you want me to chart like this and with these candles. That's your technique, Rudo. I let it to you.
Okay, well then I'll take it from there. Let's quickly bring
the point.
up.
Then you must work for it.
So,
no?
You see, now that I'm getting all the points, this is a problem, Lee. You can't put this all, give all the points, and then I do all the charting. Okay, cool. What chart am I on here now? Let's just quickly see. This is the right one. TLM. Where are you hiding, TLM? It's sitting right over here. And open it nice and clean. Guys, if ever you worry and ever you wondered about an entry, think about using the line tool. It just takes away the mess.
You can bounce a little bit at the same time. That'd be nice. Thank you.
Yeah, then it bounces as well. Think about the line tool, and I like these targets and these highs here. Why? Because that's when supply forced the price down to create this accumulation. So what I do is when I look at something like this and the fact that there's so much drawdown and there's so much potential for upside, I mean, that would be a first area just to look at. So 2x already. So now I'm going to go and I'm going to flip back to normal candles. And what I want to do is I just want to use this little box here and I'm going to move it in and bring the stuff in here. Now, what do we have here, guys? We've got a demand zone sitting smack in the bottom of this area over here. That is support. I don't want to see us go below that. So for me, that's a very important area. And if I can get a buy any place in that area, I'll be very happy. Now, how do I do that? I'm just going to open up the screen like that. First, I want to do is I want to lay down my momentum. Take a trend line and track it down. And I'm just going to make it a normal trend line. The trend line is nothing other than momentum. I'm going to lay down my momentum. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to slap a fib on it. Chart that misbehaves gets a fib. So we slap a fib on it. And guess what? The demand zone lines up with the 1618 or the 618 retracement. So how does it get better than that? So when I use this area over here, anything from about 36, you can wait for a little bit above it, because remember, the goal is to get in and have a longer term swing, because we had this big panic move. We might come down, test it. So anything from 30, 36, 34, thereabout onward would be a really good buy zone. And what I would want to do, because this is a small cap, low cap alt, it's going to be a lot of liquidity and a lot of, not a lot of liquidity, a lot of violent spikes like these wicks. You see these wicks? I'm going to take a little bit of money because it's going to go a long way. I'm not going to trade it. Yes.
Can you share my screen? I've got a nice live trade basically on BTC right now as we speak.
Okay, well, let's do that, guys. So you get the target 36 and you have a momentum line there. Lee, over to you, buddy.
So 15-minute chart, this is where I like to take my trades. We just closed that candle, nice strong bullish divergence. So I just put the market buy at that level. I do have still a limit order here between 534, 532. I'm just gonna put my stop loss at 53,000 if that hold. But this is a nice strong bullish divergence, and we just closed that candle. So hopefully this is gonna play short term. We're gonna turn green, and that will give me enough time to decide if I want to put my stop loss at break even and consider this as a low, or we're gonna go for another lower low here. So the risk to reward ratio, again, what will be my risk here? If this fell, I'm putting my stop, for example, at 53,000, just below 53,000 somewhere here. And I'm targeting, obviously with some take profit in the middle, but I'm targeting 58, let's say 58 for this close. That would be a 5.55 risk to reward ratio trade. So
you take the risk. What is the risk percentage?
1.43.
What is the risk percentage?
1.43.
So you're gonna, and the gain percentage is roughly 8. So 8 divided by 1.43. So go onto your calculator, guys, and this is our easiest way to do it. Take 8 divided 1.4, and it's going to give you 5. No.
5.55.
That's not correct. Yeah, 5.55. Okay, cool.
So between I have a 5 to 1 trade setup. What is my success rate to be at break even? What should be my success rate? Do you have the table again?
Let's bring up the style there. So you only need to be right about 18%. Yeah, that's a 6 to 1. So you only need to be right about 18% of the time to be at break even. Guys, come on, 18% of the time with trades like this. So don't get flustered and don't get hung up if this one fails, because Lee's going to probably be right 50% of the time at minimum. That's a gambling figure, 50-50, and he's going to walk away with profit like this. So look at that, guys. The upside versus the downside is going to give you a risk reward ratio. This is a 1 to 6. And it gives you 15% time that you need to be accurate, that you need to be correct to order to break even, to get at break even. Sorry, my tongue is running away from me there. Okay, cool. Lee, thanks, buddy. That's a nice trade. Let's get back to this in a little bit. What's the next thing that we need to get through while we are here? We're running out of time. I think we've got about 5 minutes. By that time, I want to see that thing in stop at break even ready. Most level. So
no, you know what? I switched my chart already because I don't need to look at this anymore. I don't want to panic with those small movement now. I'm just gonna let it, let it grow and then let it play out. If I win this trade, I'll be happy. But if I lose, then it's part of the game. I'm not gonna stress about this. I just
staring at candles does not make them grow, guys. Staring at candles, they don't grow.
US
what am I looking at, Lee?
US 10-year yield chart. For me, it's also a bullish chart. If I need to zoom in a little bit more. So for me, this is also like an impulse wave, 1, 2, 3, fourth wave. If you are done with this fourth wave is here. And now we also, I mean, from this pivot here with this pivot here, we kind of have this hidden bullish divergence. But on a smaller time frame, I can read this as 1, 2, and then maybe 3, 4, and we have to finish with the fifth wave. So the US 10-year yield chart in the short-term period is also a really bullish chart for me. And I'm just gonna go quickly through the last one, which is the USO.
Okay. And then we need to look at Bitcoin.
Yeah, USO, same 1, 2, 3, 4. This is a big flat 4, like here, A, B, and C. If we finish C at 70, around 70 here, we should have a reaction to push the price a little bit higher again. And that flat level, I mean, it did not stop at 123 here, but at 150. So we can still consider this whole move at 1, 2, 3 as a flat. Okay, so maybe a little bit of retrace here again for the crude oil, but on the midterm, still bullish. But after that, we'll be a little bit more careful, maybe towards the end of the year or beginning of next year. So that's why all this further news for me, it's not really. I'm not in panic mode right now.
Get a Bitcoin chart up there, buddy. We quickly have to look at a Bitcoin chart. And while you do that, guys, the thing about Bitcoin and where Bitcoin's at now, why we like it, we shared a little strategy with you guys that we're going to take $100 with you live, and we're going to take it into 1 million. And now that's a big claim and a big boast. But the fact of the matter is, as we explained this, that with a little bit of compounding and a lot of patience, you're going to slowly but surely work your way in there. And where Bitcoin is moving to at this stage, it's giving us an opportunity, large time frame, to get that low base entries where we want to be, where there will be a strong, long durating trend that we would want to see, because then we can nicely compound this. Remember, don't trade against the trend of the market. Let the market do the hard work for us, and then we can jump on it as surfers do on the wave. They don't fight it. They ride it, and then we start taking these opportunities. Lisa, if you can jump back into a daily, let's just quickly have a look at Bitcoin on the daily there, buddy. And while we do that, guys, please hit the like, hit the subscribe, and hit that bell button when we do these streams so that you get notified. Otherwise, the YouTube algorithm skips us, and nobody sees what we're trying to do for the community. Thanks. We really appreciate that, guys. Lee, looking at Bitcoin large time frame, we had a few targets. Can we quickly just explore those targets and see what is the worst case scenario there? Should the market end up a little bit more negative over the weekend? And how everybody can protect themselves. Because remember, these things is how we plan to protect ourselves.
If we close, I mean, the next resistance area would be at 52, and the next level will be at 48. So I think if we lose this,
did I lose everybody? Was the time dropped off the chart?
I don't know. I can hear you. Can you hear me? Guys, give me a 888 on the chat if you still hear me. So in the meantime, yeah, big one. If we lose that level now at 54, 55, the next resistance that everyone is seeing will be 52.6. Okay, but for me, we will be probably going under the 50K again. So if I trust my indicator, we're gonna hit maybe 49, 48 within this range here, because there's nothing that's stopping this price from coming down to 49. So that's why I'm saying I have my dead stop loss at 53,000. I wouldn't even want to try it between 52 and 53. We'll see how the weekend's going to play out. But if we really want to smash the price down, I think 49 will be the next support. So that's on a bigger time frame. So we'll see. The market is definitely under pressure today. Yeah, everybody's got an eye on it. So weekend's gonna be really interesting. Cool. I think I lost my buddy. It's a little bit quiet now without him. Yeah. So I hope that you like the show. You like this episode, and Thank you very much to be with us every single day, and I wish you a very nice weekend. Bye-bye.
I'm back. I'm
gone. So you
right. So all that I can do is say, right, guys. I'm just going to close it here. I think you were in good hands in any case, guys. So Lee, let's bounce.
So what do you think about this trade? You think I'm gonna be stopped out or not?
I don't know. I think we want to, let's make some money. I would like to make some money. Where's that candle at now?
It's
Going up or
hovering
is
at
it
the
coming down?
entry. It's hovering at the entry right now.